Hi guys, sorry about the crazy lighting. My lighting just never is really good, is it? Sorry. I wanted to say a few things to a couple of people, and I hope they listen to this. I can't say they will, because I'm not a big channel. They don't really notice me. So, that's okay, because, people don't always have to notice you. I really would like to get this messages out, though, because there's so many people who suffer with CRPS, and so many don't know about it, because it is literally the rarest pain condition out there, has the highest pain possible, also has the highest suicide rate of any pain condition out there. And yet, I have to educate doctors on it. I have to educate nurses on it. If I go to the emergency room, I have to educate them on it. I am spreading the word as I go throughout my life. Like if I take a bus ride or something, I start telling people about it so they'll understand, this is out there. It is very bad. It doesn't get better. I mean, yes, for some people it does get better because it affects each person in a different way. Some people, with therapy, the pain can go away. With others, it never goes away. I sadly have to be one of those others. But can't do much about it, right? So, gotta live with it and gotta keep moving forward. Now, because it has the highest suicide rate, I want to assure you guys, even though I'm going to therapy, I'm not suicidal. I'm depressed, but I'm not suicidal. So, anyway, I have a couple of messages. One is for Kicking Geese. I watch her channel all the time. Love the woman, and I understand her frustrations at Amberlynn Reid for using a cart when someone like her or myself absolutely have to use it for the rest of our lives. Trust me, I get it. But I don't think Amberlynn ever will, until she's in the same spot we are, Justine. And while I also know what you're going through, because my stepfather had multiple sclerosis, and I was with him throughout most of his journey on that. My stepfather passed away in 2015 of multiple sclerosis. He was diagnosed when he was 24. I was merely 8 years old at that time. He passed away 4 years ago in May. And that... Wheatley, get off of me. Sorry, my cat's on me and it hurt. And I have no way to edit, so I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna be in there. But I watched him get knocked down from being a bright human with everything going for him. He was a chemistry physician, or whatever they call them. He did chemistry at the University of Utah. Met my mother when I was 8 years old. Was diagnosed shortly after. He met her. She married him. And we took care of him throughout his journey. He was literally like a father to me. The only father I've ever had. My stepfather was a horrible man. The one before him. So I don't consider him my father in any form of way. Well, technically my real father is my father. John is my daddy. So, but I watched my daddy go through so much. And even at the age you're at now, when he was much younger, it spread through him so quickly that by the time I was 16, 8 years later, he was on a walker. By the time I was 19, he was in a wheelchair. By the time he got to the wheelchair, he, we thought he'd die really fast, but they came out with this miracle drug called Copaxone. And I know you know of that drug. Sorry, I'm gonna cry a little bit. I know you know that drug because it's one of the drugs that is used to treat multiple sclerosis. And, he got onto the trials with that, and it saved his life for a while, which I'm very glad for because I wasn't prepared to lose him then. I wasn't prepared to lose him at all, but I wasn't definitely not prepared to lose him in my 20s. And, he lasted for quite a while on the Copaxone. It was in the early 90s they came out with Copaxone. So, early to mid 90s, somewhere in there. So he ended up in a nursing home only because my mother was getting so old she could no longer take care of him. And all of us children, well, we kind of had our own lives going, and the place I lived was upstairs. There was no way I was getting a wheelchair up there. But, he was a wonderful man. And when he passed away, I was actually just glad he had stopped suffering. Really. I miss him. I miss that I can't just call and talk to him. But I'm glad he's not suffering anymore. So, Justine, I know how it is for you. And your family. I know how hard it must be for them to deal with. And they will deal with it even longer after you're dead. But don't feel like you're an invalid or like you're a regret. All of them love you, and they will never regret having you in their life. So just keep holding on to that, okay? I know it gets hard, and you are welcome to message me anytime you want. Even Mert is, for someone who's been through this. Sorry, I can't wipe my eyes and stop this thing. But Mert can talk to me too, because I've been there. I've been through this. I know what goes on. I know how hard it is for a family member to watch their family pet, their loved one, waste away right before them. No matter what, though, he kept his good heart. Always his good heart. So just keep yours. And I know you have it, because I see it every time in your video. Don't ever lose that, no matter how bad it hurts, no matter how bad it takes you down. Always remember you're good. No one knows why good people end up suffering like this. Just do. Now my second message is for Amberlynn Reid. You need to stop using those scooters. People like me, who can't barely walk, who can barely do anything, especially in the winter, who's stuck in bed most of the time. We need those carts. You don't. You need to walk around and get dinner. Yes, I'm a fat girl. I accept that. I've also lost 100 pounds. Almost. Can you say the same, Amberlynn? No, you can't. And you know what? It was by following my weight loss doctors. Yeah, the same thing you say, that they had no clue what they were talking about. You have no clue what you're talking about, Amberlynn Reid. None whatsoever. I thought at your age, just like you did, like, I'm okay, I'll still lose it. And I always told myself I never wanted to get over 300 pounds. I got to 340. And while I haven't reached your heights of weight, I, on the other hand, have been losing weight. Yes, it's slowed because of my depression, but it's never ended. I've either maintained the 250 or I've lost lower than that. Yes, I've gained some back because I'm maintaining at the 250 right now. But still, you have no room to talk to anyone about weight loss. Because you don't know what true weight loss is. Losing a few pounds here or there is great, but you need to lose hundreds of pounds. I only need to lose another 50 to be okay. In an okay range for my height. I'd still be big, but I wouldn't be obese. You, however, have to lose 300 pounds, if I'm not right in my own mind. Because you're what? 2, 3, 6, 540. If I do the math from your last one where you were at 265-ish, and you say, people say you lost 25 pounds, that would put you at 540. My math, my brain. So, you need to lose 300 pounds to get down to where I'm at right now. Well, give or take 10 pounds. That's a lot, Amber. And you're not going to be able to do this alone. Not only do you need a good system at home, you need a good system of doctors. You also need a good system of trainers who are not in it to make you lose fast. Slow and steady does win the race. You're not going to lose the weight by losing it extremely fast at once. And that's what your doctor was trying to do, was lower it enough to where you wouldn't lose so fast, but you would see a good amount of weight coming off. I honestly didn't even notice the weight loss until I looked in the mirror a couple of weeks ago. Because to me, I was still that 340-pound girl, not 250. Everybody else saw it. Everybody else was like, oh, you look great. To me, I just saw the big fat girl. And while, yes, I'm still fat. Yeah, I know it. I don't deny it. I'll probably be a big girl the rest of my life, but I'm not going to be that big anymore. I can't be. I'm trying to get down enough to where I lose enough weight to where my PCOS reverses and my precancer reverses, and I don't have to lose my uterus. But even now, I'm not sure I'll do that, because I don't know how much weight will reverse it. And I might not get below 200. I'm realistic. I want to lose down another 100 pounds, but even with the weight loss surgery and the fact that I cannot exercise half of the year in any shape or form, because I usually walk around my block, but from November to March or April-ish, I'm pretty much stuck in bed. It's not a way to live. It's the only way I can live. You have so much more going for you. You need to listen to doctors. You need to listen to other people who have been through journeys, because we've actually been there. We might not have reached your weight. Hell, Charlie Gold almost did reach your weight, and you still won't listen to her. I hope you take her up on her challenge, because that's a great challenge. And I'd love to see you get healthy again. Sure, you weren't so healthy at 300, but you weren't unhealthy. You're completely unhealthy now. Your blood work is the only thing going for you, and the only reason for that is age. Age is keeping you from reaching those dangerous points yet. But soon you won't have age to fall back on. Trust me, I know. As soon as I hit my mid-30s, that's when everything snowballed. And in 2016, the pain condition kicked in. So seriously, you need to wake up. Do better. Yes, you're doing okay, but you're not doing better. Because guess what? You're still going out and eating a lot. The whole point of you meal prepping was for you to have meals that you'd have at home that you can enjoy. And guess what? You can add a little bit of salt. Oh, by the way, garlic salt is salt. It is still sodium. So you've still got to be liberal with it. If you want a garlic flavor more than the salt, add garlic powder, not salt. Or just use fresh garlic. That has even more health properties for you. It's not that hard. Get a freaking smasher thing for it, and bingo, chopped garlic. You don't even have to have chef skills. Just push it down on it. I can't do my chef stuff anymore because of the fact that too much movement hurts. A lot. But for you, with someone who has no skills, there are tools out there to help you. You don't have to have perfect knife skills anymore. Use the tools. Start cooking properly. Use fresher ingredients. Garlic is not hard to use as a fresh ingredient. It really isn't. Hell, roast it and it gives it a great flavor. Really, come on. You don't have to do things the way you've been doing them. And I really, really hope this message gets to both of you. The first one to Justine, because I think she needs to hear that from someone who knows what she's going through. And to you, ALR, again, from someone who's been where you're at. Not weight-wise, but health-wise. I just want you to do better, Amber. I do. I don't hate you. I never hated you. I just want you to do better. I'm going to wrap up now because I'm getting tired because my medicine is kicking me and I need a nap before I go play Cards Against Humanity and sit up for a couple of hours, which will in the end hurt, but it's worth it to spend a little time with my brother, my sister, and my boyfriend, not my brother. What am I thinking? Anyway, talk to you all later. Love you all. And please, please, please get this to them.